At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you who the major shareholders of the Federal Reserve are. And so Heidi and I have been discussing like things that aren't being discussed in the crypto space. People that are wanting to go a little bit deeper other than just, oh, price go up. It gets kind of boring after a while, and yeah, there's a lot of things that aren't very exciting in this space right now, especially during the boring times, which I actually don't think they're boring. But we're going to get into more in depth of different aspects of why crypto was created, and I think that's really needed. Okay, but first, let me cover this. This is from Franklin D. Roosevelt talking about the Federal Reserve. Bet you didn't know this quote. The real truth of the matter is that, as you know, that a financial element in the larger centers has owned the government since the days of Andrew Jackson. Who was Andrew Jackson fighting for or fighting against? We're going to cover that more. Okay, so moving on, we have Wall Street Silver. I like this account. It's got some really interesting data points. The U.S. government revenue, August, $307 billion. U.S. government spending in August was $688 billion. So the government spent 124% more than it brought in during August. The government had to borrow $381 billion extra to cover the bills. And you want more regulation from the people that can't even manage their currency correctly? Guys, it's time to shove these people down the toilet where they belong and start taking care of yourself instead of looking at politicians and governments to fix everything, okay? Because as you see, they are not. Moving on. Okay, so we have 759 billionaires living in the United States. There are approximately 25,400 households in the U.S. that earn over $1 million a year. You may think that's a lot, but there's 360 something million people living in the United States. That's not very many people. But okay, so there's a lot of people that are thinking, okay, remember that IRS is going to hire on, I think, 87,000 new employees. And they're using $80 billion from one of the tax things that Biden came up with. But think about it this way. There's people out there that actually want you to believe that the IRS is hiring 87,000 new employees to go after the 25,400 millionaires out there and the 759 billionaires out there. Think again, guys. They are coming after you. That is what is the whole point of being taxed, is making sure that you're scared that you're being taxed and that you are paying your fair share so they can waste their money. Moving on, we have the 10 institutional shareholders across the 10 largest banks. And this is pretty much who owns the Federal Reserve, or who are the shareholders, not who owns it, but the shareholders. And even the shareholders, we're going to have to dive deep into this as well. But here you go. Vanguard Group owns 10% of the Federal Reserve's shares. BlackRock owns 7%, and State Street owns 4%. So that makes up 21%. So here's the kicker. Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street Corporation are all one giant corporation. Okay, so they own one giant corporation, owns 21% of the Federal Reserve, essentially. Now, there's much more to this, as Heidi and I are going to be covering in the future, but I just wanted to share with you, many people don't know that the Federal Reserve is private and they have shareholders. You must wonder, where does all the interest of the debt go to? Who are these shareholders, and are these shareholders expecting to actually get paid back, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars? Leave your comment below. Let me know what you think down below, and I will cover that in later videos. But anyways, that's all I have. Like and subscribe. Talk to you soon.